exactly.
Exactly. Even though they're in the majority, they've not been politically sensitized. Just like, we in this country got sensitized, to all rights. Say, hey, we can go to the same schools, we pay the same taxation and all that. Yeah, most of the blacks in diaspora have not been so politically sensitized. And because they lack the political muscle, or even the financial resources to do anything, because the government in most of those societies control the economy.
Okay.
It's not like our economy that's almost in private hands. Big corporations can donate to any agitator they want, the support here. But in those countries, the government controls the resources.
Okay.
So in order for you to be effective as an agitator, one way or the other, you have to knuckle a little bit to the government.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a newspaper publisher, okay, say, well, hey, you have to start agitating. The government can cut off the print.
Okay.
You won't get no print for your paper. If you're a TV station, they can shut it down, without going through any legal process. Yeah, so it makes it difficult for people who really want to oppose the government to do it, ferociously and with zeal.
And be successful in doing so.
That's correct.
You see,
without thinking of the financial and other consequences of it. All jobs come from the government.
All right.
Okay, they might retaliate, say, well, all your family will throw them away from job. So that might serve as a deterrent against people who want to oppose the government. See, so we were more successful here because we had the resources.
Okay.
There were, well-meaning corporations and business people who saw that, it's in their interest for African Americans to have their rights. It's a good business idea for there to be peace and stability so they can benefit. And you can see the corporations played a vital role here in the changes. Nobody can deny that. A lot of the funding to LCLC and all this came from corporations.
Okay.
So it enabled them to have the resources to fight. In these other countries, they don't have those resources available to fight the government because government controls almost 90% of the resources because the economies are mixed in a way, what they call mixed economy.
Well, now, it seems to me that this is a terrible waste of human resources, Dr. Madu, is it not? I mean, you've excluded millions and half millions of people in various countries from participating in the social, economic, and political development of a country. Is that not a terrible waste of resources, human resources?
Absolutely, absolutely. In South America alone, you have about between 150 to 200 million, Africans who live. Like I said before, Brazil alone has about 90 million. So this is a huge, waste of human resource that needs to be tapped. But the only way I think, changes can come quicker, is if the government becomes more democratized. Not just political democracy. Voting is one thing. Controlling the means of production and resources is another.
Very good.
So that's one way the Africans in diaspora can prosper when they start sharing in the economy of those countries where they live, control the resources, or be part of, the group that controls the resources. Then they could be able to fight for their rights effectively.
And so you think that Africans in the United States has had a tremendous opportunity over some of the others, primarily because of their ability to agitate and to become politically sensitive to all of these things. Is that what we're saying?
Absolutely, and because of education, because of education and resources. In most of these other countries, most of the Africans are not educated at all, almost 3/4 of them. So you don't have that powerful middle class that we had in this country to lead any kind of, revolt. And most of the time, most revolutions are led by the middle class. They're led by the middle class.
And really, for all practical purposes, there are no black middle classes as such in many of these countries.
Absolutely, absolutely. In most of these countries, you don't have what you call really a strong black middle class.
And of course, Dr. Madu, we're ending this show for today, and I just want to thank you for reminding us, because I think that so many of us simply see the Africans in America, in the United States, and we think that that is a condition of Africans everywhere. If we are aware that there are other Africans everywhere, and I think that this show will go quite a way in determining where Africans are. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.